Beta Weekend 3 is over, and we're all sad for another couple of weeks because of it. But when Icarus is down, I get time to make a video, so here it is. I want to talk about the Arctic biome now we've actually had a chance to frolic in the snow. Well, some of us frolicked, some of us died. Before walking into the blizzard, remember to sub if you haven't already, and like, dislike, comment and question in the comment section below, or polar bears will knock down your door. So the first thing that I want to talk about is a few of the complaints, just because I was confused with them. A few people on Reddit and in the Discord as well were complaining about the Arctic biome being very empty, desolate with not a lot in it. The main reason this confused me is because I don't get what they expected of an Arctic biome. If you've never seen or heard of the Arctic before, it looks a bit like this. Cold, blank, desolate, empty. So in terms of an Arctic biome, Beta Weekend 3 is actually pretty bang on. Plus, I'm pretty sure that the beta weekends for testing biomes are more to make sure that the base mechanics work first before adding in a bunch of animals or other threats. Otherwise, you could end up with a broken environment that is even more of a hazard because there are game-breaking bugs within it. But I do agree, however, that it will need additions in the future to keep things interesting and tweaks to make it more enjoyable for repeated playing through the various missions that we will be given. Such as things like ice lakes, potentially for ice fishing. I mean, we already have it confirmed in the tech tree that a fishing rod will come eventually, so ice fishing would be an easy transition. You just need something to cut a hole in the ice. You could also maybe add penguins or seals as the prey animals for the region, and more additions like Arctic foxes and other native animals to make it feel more like a natural living region. I'm unsure what other things they could add. Maybe firing a gun after a recent weather event could have a low chance to trigger an avalanche. It'd definitely make you think twice about shooting a polar bear. But if you have any other things that you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. The Arctic, however, is meant to be fairly desolate, as I said. But the thing it does make up for in that regard is it is a very ore-heavy area. There are a ton of caves, and there are a few that are so big you would probably end up never needing to mine it anywhere else as a solo player or as a duo. Or if you did, you'd just end up in another huge cave only about 2 minutes away. These caves are so big that they require literal scaffolding and walkways to get up and down to the nodes. If the Arctic ended up having trees or fibre etc, I think it would just be everybody's choice of biome as soon as you got fur armour, as it has so much metal you could basically just build whatever you wanted and only really need to leave for wood or maybe fish, wheat etc and other ingredients of food. For me, it's not really a place you should want to live in permanently, more of a place you should want to set up outposts to gather materials or get exotics if they do spawn in the Arctic. But I believe that this is a good start for the Arctic biome as it's doing what it's meant to do. It's harsh as you have to deal with the cold. You have to be careful as the wolves and polar bears blend in with the snow and the rolling mist. There is scarce food and materials, meaning you are forced to leave if you want wood for heat or any advanced foods that require ingredients that aren't polar bear meat or wolf meat. The weather events compared to the conifer biome are actually quite a threat if you are unprepared. The blizzard especially can even mean that with a campfire you will be subject to temperatures at nearly minus 30 degrees Celsius, and that will most likely result in frostbite. It's a really harsh, horrible place to live, and I loved it for that. I enjoyed the Arctic biome. It was very much a blank canvas, but I feel with some tweaks could be a very interesting place to explore. But for those that were complaining that the Arctic was empty and had nothing in it, spoiler alert for Beta Weekend 4, as deserts are pretty well known areas for being empty and desolate, so I feel you may be annoyed about the next Beta Weekend also. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings on the Arctic biome are, if you liked it or not, and why. Before I finish up, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter or Twitch or perhaps even join my Discord, the links will be in the pinned comment and the description of the video. But with that, I will see you for the next video.